Hi guys. Um, I've had a rough couple of days. Um, so I just wanted to touch base and let you know what I've been going through, and some of the things that you can do to support you through it. Um, Basically, the last few days, I've really started to question myself. I've been, second guessing my choices basically and my decisions, my morals, all of that. I've basically been told in the last few days to diminish myself. I have basically, a lot of the things that are important to me, who I thought were a part of who I was, has really been questioned. And it's really left me feeling very drained, very confused, very angry, very upset. And I've had a headache for the last 3 days, which is starting to come good now. And it's a bit of a tough one, because I've really stepped back and tried to think about, you see it from another person's point of view, and I've really started to wonder if maybe the things that I held really, really strong and really important to me, maybe I'm in the wrong. I don't know. I still am confused about it all. I still need to figure it out. But for me, trying to stand in my power, trying to be true to myself, I've had to really ground my energy. So, really breathing and grounding. Okay, so nice, deep, deep breaths. Because when we get stressed, when we get angry, when we get really upset, we shallow breathe. So, we're not bringing up that really beautiful life force energy from Mother Earth. It's not just about taking a breath, it's life force. So I have been struggling the last few days. So some of the oils that you can use to help in a situation like this, one of them is birch. Birch is the oil of support. So it gives support to the unsupported. So when a person is feeling attacked or unsupported by family or friends, birch offers the courage to move forward and to do it on your own if need be. It offers support to the weak-willed to stand tall and firm in what they believe. It helps individuals to feel their roots, specifically their connection to family and ancestors. Birch is a tree that stands tall and firm and assists others in doing the same. Okay, so standing in your power. It assists in overcoming negative generational patterns, especially in situations where one is at risk of being rejected if they choose a different way. It lends its spirit of endurance to help individuals face trials of adversity, so they may weather storms with the strength and conviction of a tree. It teaches us that there is more to life than pain, and that with the right support and the right grounding, one can be held up and sustained by divine grace. So if you're in a situation where you feel unsupported, alienated, in fear, weak-willed, or you're overly flexible, and by that I mean totally going against everything that is you and true to you, just to make someone else happy, then maybe birch is something that can help you get through that. So by using birch, you can change it to feel more supported, to feel firm, to feel strong, grounded, and connected. I actually don't have birch right now, but it's definitely on the wish list. Two other oils that you might consider: clove, the oil of boundaries. It supports individuals in letting go of victim mentality. Victims feel overly influenced by other people and outside circumstances. They perceive themselves as powerless to change their life situations. Clove helps individuals to stand up for themselves, be proactive, feel capable of making their own decisions regardless of others' opinions or responses. So in times when you're feeling challenged, if someone's challenging your way of doing something, or in your thinking or your opinion or your morals, things that you hold in here, something that makes you you. Maybe this is something that you need to look at. Clove assists individuals in letting go of patterns of self-betrayal and codependency by reconnecting them with their personal integrity. It builds up appropriate boundaries and defenses. Now, integrity is massive for me. It's something that I pride myself on. It's how I build my business. It's how I build my healing practice, by being a person of integrity and growing my reputation through word of mouth. Clove gives the push over the courage to say no. It reignites the inner soul fire and can assist any time there has been damage to the self related to childhood pain, trauma, or abuse. Clove is especially helpful for breaking free of patterns of abuse by restoring the victim's sense of self and helping them regain the strength to stand up for their needs. Clove insists that individuals live true to themselves and the divine by establishing clear boundaries. Okay, so if you have negative emotions of feeling like a victim, feeling defeated, dominated, enslaved, having a fear of rejection, feeling intimidated or controlled by others, then clove oil may be something that you can look into to help support you through that. So the positive properties after using some clove oil, it helps you to feel empowered, clear boundaries, protected, courageous, independent, capable, proactive, and personal integrity. Another oil, coriander. Again, the oil of integrity. So specifically integrity with oneself. The person in need of coriander oil may be trapped in a cycle of serving others while neglecting their own needs. Okay, so particularly when people are questioning you, questioning again your morals, questioning what's important to you, and making you, self-doubt. They may also have a strong desire to do what is right or correct. Often the mind's perspective of the right way is too limited and seen from only one perspective. Coriander reminds individuals that there is more than one way to do something, and that fitting in often requires betraying the true self. Coriander moves the individual from doing things for the acceptance of others to honouring and living from the true self. So if you're struggling to do what is right for you and for your life, and what you're doing is you're trying not to rock the boat, you're trying to keep everybody happy except you're not happy because you're going against your own true self, then coriander may be something that you need to look at. There are as many ways of being as there are people in the world, so each soul must learn its own way of living and being. Coriander gives courage to step out of the box and risk being who one really is. So coriander teaches that each individual is a gift to the world with something unique which no one else has to offer. Only they can express their uniqueness. Integrity with oneself means living in connection with what one's spirit urges and directs. So coriander helps individuals live from the true self. So again, the negative emotions, if you feel controlled by others, self-betrayal, conforming, then have a look at coriander and see if it makes a change for you energetically. So the positive properties, true to self, listening to your inner guidance, integrity, and your uniqueness. So another one that might come into play for you. Another one is tea tree or melaleuca, the oil of energetic boundaries. So physically, melaleuca is a disinfectant, but it can help to clear negative energetic baggage. It specifically releases codependent and parasitic relationships. So If someone is questioning you and making you doubt yourself, maybe it's time to have a look at that particular relationship. Maybe that relationship needs to not exist anymore. Maybe you need to walk away from that if they're making you to feel, you know, this particular way. These toxic relationships may be with people, microorganisms in the physical body, or spiritual beings. The individual may feel drained of life force and energy, but they might not be consciously aware of the source of this energy leakage. Melaleuca helps break the negative ties in these kinds of relationships so that new healthy connections may be formed that honour one's personal space and boundaries. So sometimes letting go of an old relationship can be quite heartbreaking, you know, and you will have a moment of grief with that, or you'll have some time of grief. But know that by severing that tie, you're opening up a brand new space for a new relationship to come in. Someone who has the same integrity as you, someone who has the same boundaries, is a very like-minded person. So try and look at the fact that even though this is ending, something new is about to begin. This energetic vampirism between organisms violates the laws of nature. So Melaleuca encourages an individual to connect to people and beings in ways that honour and respect others. Okay, so it can help you respect other people's point of view, but it can also help you to respect who you are and your true self. Okay, so, and in saying that, you know, you might respect that other person's way of being. You might not agree with it, but you respect the fact that that's their way of being. Doesn't necessarily mean that you guys need to have any type of relationship. You can say, that's great, no problems. I'm glad you're happy with that and that works for you. That's awesome. I'm happy to do what is right for me, and I respect myself as well. It helps the individual to recognise the parts of themselves that invited and allowed these kinds of relationships to exist in the first place. So this can be old patterning. These can be old karmas. These could be things that you're still, lessons that you're still learning, and ways to work through all of that. Through these empowering processes, Melaleuca encourages an individual to relinquish all forms of self-betrayal, including allowing others to take advantage of one's time, energy, or talents, letting others feed on one's energy, not standing up for oneself, or feeling responsible for the problems of others. So Melaleuca assists individuals in purification practices and in releasing toxic debris. So if you're having negative emotions that are attached to parasitic and codependent relationships, poor boundaries, weak-willed, or you just feel that toxic energy, Melaleuca or tea tree may be the oil for you. Using, you know, a little bit of that oil, a few drops, the properties, the positive properties that come out of that is stronger energetic boundaries, respectful connections, empowered, resilient, and honouring others. Okay. Now, a couple of blends that can help you with this type of energetic situation. The cleansing blend, or the oil of purification, which down here in Australia is called Purify, the refreshing blend. So the cleansing blend assists individuals in releasing toxic emotions and entering a cleansing state. It revitalizes the energy system, washing away negative influences. This blend supports individuals who feel trapped by negativity or toxicity. Cleansing blend provides freedom from past habits and patterns. It is especially helpful in combating toxic feelings of hate, rage, and enmeshment, and in severing other negative attachments. It can clear negative energy from the household and the environment, as well as cleanse the air of odour and harmful microorganisms. Diffused in the air, this oil can facilitate emotional breakthroughs. In order to heal, one must receive. But in order to receive, one must first release what is blocking the new clean energy from entering. So again, this is that whole thing of letting go of old patterns, old ways of thinking, old toxic relationships that no longer serve you, so that you can let all this new stuff come through. Cleansing blend supports individuals in constantly releasing the old so they may be open to the new. So the negative emotions that you might be feeling, trapped, stuck, hate, rage, control, and negative attachments. So using the cleansing blend in your diffuser, positive properties, unencumbered, clean, refreshed, purified, and emotional breakthroughs. Okay, and it smells beautiful too. Another one of my favorites, the protective blend, the oil of protection, On Guard. So On Guard not only protects us physically, it helps to shield individuals from bacteria, mold, and viruses. But the blend's protective properties extend beyond the physical level by aiding individuals in warding off energetic parasites, domineering personalities, and other negative influences. The protective blend strengthens one's immune system on a physical level, which governs the ability to defend against attacks from physical pathogens and negative energies. Protective blend is incredibly helpful for strengthening the inner self, along with the inner resolve to stand up for oneself and to live in integrity. Again, there's that whole thing of living in integrity. That's such an important thing for me personally. So when that comes into question, you know, it really makes me shut down. This blend is especially indicated for personalities who have a weakened boundary due to some kind of perpetual violation to their personal space. Protective blend gives individuals strength to say no and resolve to maintain clear boundaries. It cuts away unhealthy connections such as codependency, parasitic relationships, or emotional viruses found in negative group thought. Again, that's that whole group mentality thing of I really don't like packs of people who all get together and have that same negative aspect of let's gang up on somebody else, you know, even if they're wrong, you know, they have it in their heads and they just attack. I'm all for individual people, you know, going out and doing their own research before they jump on the bandwagon with something. Protective blend greatly assists individuals in learning to stand up for themselves and live in integrity with their true self. No one else can live your life for you. Only you can, so you need to be happy, you need to be true to you, you need to be authentic to yourself. So if you're feeling attacked, unprotected, vulnerable, susceptibility to peer pressure, grab a bottle of On Guard, oil of protection, okay? The positive properties from, you know, diffusing it or cleaning your house with this, protected, capable, strong boundaries, strong integrity, independent, reinforced, and again, strength. Another one that might be, you know, something worth looking at is the repellent blend, the oil of shielding. Okay, Terramore. This is actually an outside blend, so this is an insect repellent that you can use in summertime when you're outside, but it also offers so much more than that. The blend helps individuals to stay calm in the face of danger or attack. Repellent blend strengthens the protective shield around one's body, helping them to feel safe. This is especially important for children and adults who unconsciously merge with other people's energy. So think of empaths, okay? So empathy. They may do this as a way to relieve others' burdens or to simply lighten the load in the environment. Regardless of the motives, this type of energetic merging weakens an individual's energy system. This blend can assist an individual in separating their own energy from somebody else's. While the confusion between boundaries is often unintentional, there are also those who would target or attack another person. I see this all the time in my line of work because people want to feel really good, but they don't want to deal with their own stuff. So this is where they bring in the whole victim or intimidation or interrogation whatever it is that they do to get at you, you give off that sympathy to them. You know, oh, are you okay? What can I do for you? How can I make you feel better? Just by you saying that makes them feel so much more better, and you walk away feeling like utter crap. They drain you. So Repellent Blend teaches individuals to hold strong boundaries and not allow themselves to be pushed around. It imbues individuals with courage and confidence to stand up for themselves and to face their attackers. So if you're feeling negative emotions, so unprotected, attacked, defenseless, with poor boundaries, the oil of shielding, the Repellent Blend, can help you to feel courageous, standing up for self, self-contained, safe, and strong boundaries. So they're just a few oils that you can use, whether you put it in a diffuser or make up a roller bottle. Use a few of them, or just all of them, whatever works for you. Sit with it for a while. Work out what oils are right for you. Do your breathing and your grounding, okay? Because oils aren't everything. They're awesome, but they aren't everything. You still do need to work on your own stuff. So do your breathing, your deep breathing, do your grounding. When you do your grounding, you're in your power more. You're standing in your power. You're standing strong. You're not going to be able to, your boundaries will be strong. People won't be able to get at you energetically, okay? So these are just a few things that I've put into place. I still have a lot of stuff that I'm working on right now, a lot of stuff that I need to figure out in my head, and I kind of feel that I'm going to need to talk to my teacher just to help me get through this hurdle. But guys, don't ever let anyone make you dull your shine. You know, you shine that out there. You're unique. You're a beautiful person. Okay, so you keep shining, and don't ever let anyone tell you not to. Okay, your boundaries, your morals, all the things that are important to you, they're important for a reason. Don't let anyone tell you that they're not. Okay, so I hope this has been a little bit of help for you as far as, you know, energetically being pushed around. And stay strong, stay beautiful, shine your light. Bye, guys.